While video game worlds continue to grow out, some opt to grow up.
Not me though, and while I might be vertically challenged, at least I'm not ugly.
Damn it! It's funny because he's ugly. This verticality is afforded to us through better gaming hardware and savvy design from developers. It often works to make combat more strategic, worlds more explorable, and level design more interconnected. There are obvious examples of verticality, like a difficult game about climbing, Getting Over It, and Jusant, but that verticality is linear, and the games I will talk about today use verticality to expand their gameplay sandbox. So today, let's look up at video game verticality. I'm looking right at the light. Overwatch? More like Overwatch this! It didn't get many views. Overwatch and Team Fortress 2 are excellent examples of video game combat that introduces verticality as a necessity. Getting the high ground by using stairs, jetpacks, or grenade jumps allows the player to provide support or dish out damage from advantageous high ground. This use of platform verticality makes bouts less about pure weapon skill and more about positioning and strategy. But as vertical combat design goes, the best example of it is within the finals. The finals is entirely designed around monolithic skyscrapers. Battling from roof to basement involves intense strategy as you seek to either get to the objective or bring the objective to you. I blew it up. Whether you're bounding across roofs or blowing up support pillars, there are many different ways to tackle the finals as perpendicular playgrounds, and this variety comes from the mix of verticality and destruction that Embark has so lovingly concocted. But wait, look at this! I found this knife in the chest. I think I'm gonna use it for stabbing. We can't talk about open world verticality without talking about Spider-Man. Well, we could, but then... yeah, that. There is nothing quite like swinging from skyscraper to skyscraper, traversing through the buildings that make up the beautiful New York skyline. Taking up the Spider-Man mantle means that verticality is just part of the job, but the game also works that verticality into its combat, as juggling enemies and whipping from one roof to the next becomes an integral part of each tango, making traversal and combat sing together as you propel yourself higher. But The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom asks you to be the catalyst for that verticality. You have to plot it out and make machines that can make it happen. Once you do, you can travel between its many sky islands to see the world that Nintendo built. This verticality also comes to play in solving puzzles, unlocking map pieces, and exploring the depths. While there was a sense of upward movement in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom has taken it so much further with its many contraptions, and ultimately, it's always a joy to take flight. But we're already up to our last section of the video, and if you look up above me, it says butt. Funny. My favorite method for incorporating verticality is with an intricate and interconnected level design. Most recently, No Rest for the Wicked by Moon Studios exhibited a space that's seamlessly locked together. The top-down perspective feels like it wouldn't allow for any verticality, but once you hop into this world, it's amazing to see how this camera angle sheds a light on it as you peer back down onto the levels you cut your way through. It ties every space together and gives an aha moment to each shortcut you unlock. It's very reminiscent of the original Dark Souls, which I have talked about in the past at length. What I haven't talked about though is the excellent verticality in Sekiro, which iterated much on the form that Dark Souls created, but added a movement system that allowed that verticality to become more of a sandbox. Piecing together Sekiro's world and grappling from point to point is such an enthralling joy that could only be created in design, both from a gameplay and level perspective. Like so many things in video games, verticality on the surface can seem to be a gimmicky feature. But the depth that can be drawn from well-designed systems is unfathomable. From multiplayer combat to sandbox-style open worlds, all the way to interconnected level design, verticality is a tool that so many developers have used to fine-tune these excellent experiences. So the next time you look up in a video game, remember all of the excellent design that went down. Big upward thank you to this month's patrons, which are Avon, Mr. Kairu, I Want an Apple, Bandwagon, Johnny Hammerstick, Spider-Man on my new PS5, and of course Nickel Simba. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for helping out the channel, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.